What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, I think it started. I think we are witnessing the snowball effect that is related directly to MMTLP case. And in today's video, I will show you what I'm talking about. I will show you some details from key members of MMTLP community. I will show you some news from the litigation and non-litigation path for the resolution. And guys, believe me, for now, I am extremely excited about all of these updates. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. And let's begin today's video with this tweet. I told you yesterday that we have several members of Congress, I would say very high-level politicians who are interested in our case. One of them was Representative Alec Rain, and he wrote this tweet in response to a tweet that was written by Leading Report. And Leading Report wrote, "Breaking: Elon Musk's Doge announces an audit into the SEC for fraud, abuse and waste." And guys, without any reminders from my MMTLP community to Representative Alec Rain, Representative Alec Rain wrote this: "Should take a look at MMTLP as well." And guys, in response to this, Paul T wrote this: "I never created a petition. You can ask Daniel, Mr. Mystics, for his assistance." And Daniel wrote, "I'm more than willing to reach out to Representative Crane's office with the materials and open letter." And guys, here is the pure evidence of the involvement of Daniel in any possible actions that might lead us to the resolution. And we know that Daniel, on top of his litigation that is still ongoing, and I think within next several weeks we will see a huge update from this side of his actions. On top of these actions, he is also pursuing the so-called non-litigation path to the resolution. And I told you that he wrote a petition, and this petition is signed by almost 500 community members, and definitely this is a quite impressive part of his actions. On top of that, guys, let me show you that we have not only Representative Alec Rain, who mentioned about MMTLP saga just several hours ago. Happy and Positive published this 17 hours ago. MMTLP support grows as Representative Alec Rain, Chris Rose and Tom Murphy all add their support to the campaign for investigation and resolution. Dodge SEC have been flooded with DMs while Esther Pierce and SEC continue to hide behind a supposed investigation. We will soon discover whether NextBridge Hydrocarbons' new relationship with Christian Attar law firm will help move things along. And guys, I will cover this news as well, but later on. And for now, I have to admit that it is not all. Let me show you first of all that Thomas Murphy, US Senate candidate, wrote this set of tweets, and just 14 hours ago he wrote this. Let me go to this in details. The MMTLP fiasco is a tale of financial devastation for countless Americans who found themselves in a dire straits due to regulatory failures. This complex scheme involving counterfeit shares and alleged collusion saw a pivotal moment in December 2022 when regulators halted the MMTLP dividend under dubious circumstances. And guys, as you can see, he explained the entire MMTLP saga within just several brief paragraphs, and he also tagged a lot of people and some entities. Let me quote you the last paragraph. The MMTLP community is now calling for a judicial subpoena to compel an audited share count, believing that such transparency could unveil significant financial corruption and hold powerful entities accountable. And he tagged Dodge SEC, Data Republican, Elon Musk, J.D. Vance, Newsmax, and OANN. And he wrote they should dive further into to the investigation of MMTLP as suggested by Representative Ali Crane and Chris Rose. And guys, he also added, let me show you, he also published a lot of reposts of this tweet. Let me show you somewhere here. In his Twitter account you can find these reposts. So MMTLP Media and Outreach reposted his tweet and he reposted this tweet back. On top of that, he reposted this tweet from Jeff C. On top of that, guys, another repost, and another, and he made it multiple times. And guys, this is not the end. Let me show you that because of these actions, Dennis Neal also want to help MMTLP community, and we know that he covered multiple times MMTLP saga in his podcast, and right here he wrote this tweet to Representative Ali Crane on MMTLP. To help your staff, see this press release with links to 8 episodes of What's Bugging Me on MMTLP and Naked Short Selling, with experts, guests Christian Shaughnessy, Johnny Tobacco, Mark Basile, Curtis, Karma Collect, John Xavier, and others. And he also reposted his own tweet that he published on February 17th, and he wrote, yes, Congress should look into MMTLP. Representative Ali Crane, 65,000 investors got ripped off by FINRA and SEC neglect. To get up to speed, please check out a dozens episode of my podcast What's Bugging Me on Ricochet. And yes, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Dennis, because his support is really effective in my opinion, because for example, I don't want to compare his podcast with my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is just a tiny YouTube channel with a couple of thousands views. But at the same time, guys, my English speaking skills are not the perfect ones, and that is why I know that I'm losing some of MMTLP community, and my YouTube channel is not so effective than, for example, his podcast is. But definitely, with the combined efforts, we can achieve much bigger results than separately. And this is a huge update. On top of that, guys, it is not the end. Let me show you this tweet that was written by X Market News, formerly known as MMTLP News, something like this. And it says, New Mexico Senate Senator calls for Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to look into MMTLP. And guys, here is this tweet. Let me show you this in details. In response to Representative Ali Crane's tweet that Dodge should take a look at MMTLP as well, State Senator Jay Block wrote this, just one word, agree. So guys, we have four mentions of MMTLP saga from the, I would say, top-notch level politicians of the United States of America. And definitely it is extremely important to see, and it is, I would say, extremely satisfying to see this breakthrough in our case. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Because of these most recent actions, we have an improvement in momentum of the interest to MMTLP saga. Let me quote you this. X Market News wrote, look here, the MMTLP momentum is back. Google search for MMTLP have been through the roof within the past weeks, and we are currently trending on X. Keep the momentum going. We just got great news today from the hiring of Wes Christian, and hope for more news to come. And guys, unfortunately, I don't have MMTLP case trending in my right side of Twitter account, of Twitter feed, because I live in Europe and we have quite different algorithms. But here I know what what is this tool about. Let me show you. It is a Google Trends, and if you take a look on the bigger picture of this MMTLP trend, it is worldwide for the past 5 years. The highest level of interest was definitely right here at on December, obviously on December of 2022. And this number is just a relative number. The highest level of mentions and of interest becomes 100%, and the lowest one becomes 0. And because of these, guys, let me show you that for the past 30 days, take a look right here. Despite the fact that it was quite low interest for quite a long period of time, we have a consistent growth in this parameter. And definitely, it is not so high as it was previously, but this momentum is starting to grow. And in my opinion, it is very important to understand. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Even Samantha, the person who has a quite, let's say, different position inside the MMTLP community, she also thinks that it is very good to see this mention from the politician's side. And she wrote, things are looking up for the investigation into MMTLP fraud. SEC will have to pick up the ball. Doge going to have a field day with Polycross and Burda. And definitely, it is very important to understand that we cannot have a partial justice if something was wrong from the side of C-level executives of MMTLP, TRCH or Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. So they have to be accountable for these actions. And otherwise, guys, if we don't want to see certain people on the so-called wrong side, we shouldn't start this entire saga at all. But let me show you quite, let's say, unpleasant news. Let me show you somewhere here. We know that a lot of people are trying to attack other MMTLP community members with the false allegations. And Samantha wrote this tweet 10 hours ago. Point out the real fraud in MMTLP, and unhinged people like Phantom and Tractor Sam will threaten you and shamelessly lie. This mugshot is absolutely not me. I'm a combat veteran, service-connected disability, honorable service, no criminal record, no fraud. The libel is noted. And here you can see several screenshots of the Phantom's Twitter account, and here you can see Samantha was mentioned as the person who violated, wait a second, I will show you somewhere here, who violated rules and laws. And here you can see that Phantom wrote this tweet, justice for MMTLP, with the mugshot of some kind of woman. And Samantha clearly stated that it is not her photo. That is why, guys, it is a pure lie from the Phantom's side. And for now, guys, I think we have to fight back with all of these so-called unpleasant facts, and here is how we can do it. First of all, guys, take a look right here. Junk Savvy wrote this. Breaking news. Next Bridge Hydrocarbons announces they have engaged the service of Houston-based law firm Christian Natar to explore and investigate any and all potential claims related to harassment, business disparagement, libel, slander to tourist interference, conspiracy, and wait a second, I will show you this in details, obstruction of justice and violations of the Administrative Procedures Act. The company will be working closely with the founding partner James West Christian, whom we believe is the best candidate for investigating such potential claims, given his expertise in this area of litigation. As stated in prior press releases, the company has become aware of shareholder ledger imbalances at several brokerage firms, totaling amounts exceeding the aggregate 2.65 million share short interest position in MMTLP stated publicly by FINRA. The company wishes to reiterate that after more than 2 years, we have yet to uncover the full magnitude of these imbalances. This is in spite of multiple attempts to recruit assistance from overseeing regulators. So guys, I have to admit that on the one hand it is definitely very good add-on, but on the other hand, why in the world Greg McCabe didn't do it months ago? I have to admit that another quite shady part of this press release is that Wes Christian was hired multiple times. Let me show you somewhere here. I guess Samantha also mentioned about this, or probably Scott Trott mentioned about this. Wait a second, I will show you in his yes. He was hired multiple times by other minor OTC traded companies like Finger, BBBY, GNS, and others. On top of that, guys, he was hired by Greg McCabe himself and John Burda at the very beginning of 2023, I guess, when John Burda announced that he established a Flamethrower, the company with the main purpose of investigation of MMTLP saga. And since then, guys, we don't have any updates on this matter, and we don't have any news from Wes Christian himself. That is why, guys, time will tell, is it a good update or, let's say, relatively good. I don't think that it is a bad news, especially if we have more and more mentions of MMTLP story in all social medias. But on top of that, guys, take a look right here. John Burda reposted the tweet that was written by George Palikaras. And George Palikaras wrote this article. Wait a second, I will show you this in details. He wrote this article, Unsolicited Chaos, How Unsolicited OTC Trades Allow Wall Street Perfect Loopholes for Manipulation. And he made he has written this article in extremely thoroughly details, and I have to admit that he explained a lot about the misunderstanding of this entire problem of MMTLP saga, and he also mentioned a lot of rules that were violated by authorities. And on the first glance, guys, it is very thoroughly made article, but to be honest, I made just a sneak peek on this article, and I don't know a lot of details, and I didn't have enough time to make my own investigation related to this article. But some people who are definitely much more knowledgeable than I am wrote this, and John Burda wrote, "Excellent, George. I have the emails to back up the fact that OTC did not care that the information on their site was fraudulent as it related to the trading on MMTLP. I'm sure OTC markets will get their subpoena in one form or another soon." And here is the comment from Mark Basile. It is not a direct comment, but it is he reposted the tweet that was written by MMTLP Media and Outreach in response to John Burda's statement. And MMTLP Media and Outreach wrote, "Breaking, John Burda claims, I have the emails to back up the fact that OTC did not care that the information on their site was fraudulent. MMTLP was listed without permission, and these emails are proof." Guys, on the one hand, it is very important news, but on the other hand, why in the world John Burda didn't disclose this information, let's say, on January of 2023? Or why didn't he add this information to the same exact investigation with the help of Wes Christian? And I still have a lot of questions to the MMTLP community, and I still think that we are about to see something big. And to be honest, guys, I think not all of the MMTLP community members will be satisfied with these results, because as far as I see right now, MMTLP community is extremely, let's say, diversified, and some people might fight for themselves and not for the success of MMTLP community. That is why, guys, we have to be laser focused in our efforts.
And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the